Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Third and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Here's 2nd and 7. Finds a man, right side. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. No slated downs to approach here from the 40. Motion man left is Brown. They are throwing it again. Big man showing up the yards. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Splitting play, and Bo will throw. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on first down, Nix. Hauled in left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 42. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
You know, that's one you watch the next day, Kate, and you're just bummed. As a QB, you're a perfectionist. And when it's caught but out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little bit more accurate on your end.
On third down, here's Nix. Complete out to the right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Nix from the gun. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds Woods. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into a crowd, and intercepted! Marcus Williams has it.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out, that's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He's on the move. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. McLaughlin can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. He gets another shot here. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. It's Nix out of the pistol. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Garindo. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. First down, he'll throw it. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's got Watson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Motioning Watson left. Still sticking with the passing game. Connects on the crosser. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown! The Raiders take a second quarter lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The running back gets it on the draw. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
This finds Franklin. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Mims with the grab. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Nick's looking to throw. This finds Smith. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
They'll throw again. Nix. Able to get it to Franklin. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down. Working inside the red zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos push their lead to 3. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. First and 10, looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep... He's got it at the 30. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Nix. That one's complete over the middle. He's at the 30. Oh, what a stiff arm. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action here. Headed out right. He takes it himself. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He put everything he had into this one. Trying to find Brock Bowers. So it's 2nd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Garindo running between the tackles. And he crashes into a wall and only gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Throw on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they have third and short.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They send Mims left. Looking to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Nix now to throw. That's into the hands of Franklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on first down, Nix. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium.
He's got it deep downfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To the air now on first and 10. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They kick the running back in motion. Second and 10 now. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They motion the tight end over. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Now he's past the 25. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the red zone now. He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. On target to Garindo. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Trying an inside give to Garindo. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up.
Through the defense he goes, room to burn. Oh, this big guy is moving. He does it, touchdown. The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the third. Brock Bowers the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Tight end going in motion here. Nix with it on first. Cut out left. Has some daylight through the 40. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Past the 25. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
First down from the red zone. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Nix from the gun. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They're out and set, first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll try and throw it here. Finds him on the crossing route. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for Raiders first. Look into the air here. He puts everything behind this one. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And it sets up second down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Buys time, rolling right. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Here he is on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. He'll throw it yet again. Complete out to the right. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing it again here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Another throw coming on second and 10. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They've got first down from the 31. Still sticking with the passing game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 25 on second down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw now. He has it at the 5. Touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Knicks off the play action. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action with Nix. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Punt team on the field. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Garindo. And he's brought down after getting this up across the 15. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running this one left. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
Now a give to Garindo. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders down by only 3. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing now. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And he's in. And that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won score there, Broncos. They take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. The Raiders' kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Looking to throw it. This is for the ball game. It's intercepted. That will do it. Taken away by the rookie from USC. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.